Once upon a time, in the quiet streets of Yorkshire, a darkness fell upon the land. The Yorkshire Ripper, later revealed to be Peter Sutcliffe, unleashed a reign of terror, leaving a trail of brutal murders in his wake. This chilling tale delves into the mind of a serial killer and the impact his crimes had on an entire community. The shadows of fear. In the quiet and picturesque streets of Yorkshire, an unsettling aura begins to descend upon the community. Whispers of fear echo through the town as news of brutal murders circulates. The shadowy figure behind these heinous acts, later known as the Yorkshire Ripper, remains a mystery, leaving the residents gripped with terror. The tranquil streets that were once filled with laughter and warmth become haunted by an unseen menace. The Ripper's choice of victims seems indiscriminate, striking fear into the hearts of every resident. Families lock their doors tightly, peering out of their windows with trepidation, afraid of becoming the next target. The local police force finds themselves at a loss, overwhelmed by the magnitude and brutality of the crimes. Detectives scramble to find any connections, patterns, or clues that may lead them to the elusive killer. As the body count rises, the entire community is enveloped in an atmosphere of dread, the fear of the unknown lurking around every corner. Parents worry for the safety of their children, cautioning them to stay close and avoid venturing out alone. The once thriving streets become eerily quiet, as if the very air holds its breath, afraid to disturb the presence of evil that permeates the town. The Yorkshire Ripper becomes a name whispered in fear, a faceless entity haunting the collective consciousness of the community. As fear spreads like wildfire, tales of the Ripper's gruesome deeds become the subject of chilling conversations. Friends and neighbors share stories, recounting the horrors they've heard or imagined. Rumors and speculation run rampant, fueling the unease and paranoia that grips the town. Every sound in the night becomes a potential threat, each stranger on the street a possible harbinger of doom. The dark alleys and secluded corners that were once passed without a second thought are now approached with caution, the shadows casting long and sinister shapes. Yet, amidst the pervasive fear, a glimmer of resilience emerges. The community rallies together, offering support and solace to one another. Neighbors form watch groups, vowing to protect each other and keep a vigilant eye on their surroundings. The Ripper's reign of terror may have cast a shadow, but it also ignites a determination within the community to confront the darkness and seek justice. Sutcliffe's modus operandi involved approaching his victims in the dark streets, using a variety of weapons such as knives, hammers, and screwdrivers to carry out his gruesome attacks. His victims suffered from multiple stab wounds and other forms of extreme violence. Over a span of several years, Sutcliffe committed a series of murders that left the community in a state of fear and panic. His crimes were characterized by their brutality and the seemingly random selection of victims, creating a climate of uncertainty and paranoia. The exact number of Sutcliffe's victims is still a matter of debate, but it is believed that he was responsible for at least 13 murders and several more attempted murders. His reign of terror finally came to an end in 1981 when he was apprehended by the police. The crimes committed by Peter Sutcliffe shocked the nation and left a lasting impact on the families of the victims. The Yorkshire Ripper case stands as one of the most infamous and horrifying chapters in the history of British crime. The hunt for the Ripper. As the town of Yorkshire grapples with fear and uncertainty, the local police force is determined to bring an end to the Yorkshire Ripper's reign of terror. The investigation intensifies as detectives meticulously piece together the puzzle, determined to uncover the identity of the elusive killer. Detectives pore over crime scene evidence, analyzing every minute detail for any clue that could lead them closer to the Ripper. They meticulously comb through witness statements, seeking patterns and connections that may reveal the killer's modus operandi. Forensic experts work tirelessly, examining the physical evidence left behind, hoping to find a breakthrough that will crack the case wide open. The investigation takes on a frenzied pace as the list of potential suspects grows. Detectives interview countless individuals, meticulously following leads and tips from the public. The Ripper becomes a faceless enemy, hiding in the shadows, leaving behind only a trail of horror and despair. As the investigation progresses, a task force is formed, pooling the resources and expertise of law enforcement agencies from across the country. The net tightens as every possible avenue is explored to catch the Ripper and bring him to justice. The community, too, plays a vital role, providing information and support to the authorities in their quest for answers. But despite their best efforts, the Ripper continues to elude capture. The killer taunts the police with cryptic letters and messages, adding a chilling layer of psychological warfare to the already intense investigation. Each letter received sends shockwaves through the community, reigniting the fear and desperation to bring the killer to justice. The pressure mounts as the public demands answers. The media intensifies its coverage, ensuring that the Yorkshire Ripper's crimes remain front and center in the minds of the nation. The investigation becomes a race against time, as detectives strive to unravel the intricate web woven by the Ripper. Despite setbacks and false leads, the detectives remain steadfast in their pursuit. They refine their strategies, collaborate with experts, and leverage advancements in forensic technology. Their tireless efforts bring them closer to the truth, inching towards the moment when they can finally unmask the Yorkshire Ripper. The capture and trial. After years of relentless pursuit, the Yorkshire Ripper is finally cornered. The breakthrough comes when a routine police check reveals suspicious behavior, leading to the arrest of Peter Sutcliffe, an unassuming man with a dark secret. The capture sends shockwaves through the community and provides a glimmer of hope that the nightmare may soon be over. The evidence against Sutcliffe is overwhelming. Detectives painstakingly connect the dots, matching DNA samples, scrutinizing his movements, and tying him to the scenes of the brutal murders. The weight of justice looms heavy as the community awaits the trial that will expose the full extent of Sutcliffe's heinous crimes. The trial becomes a media spectacle, capturing the attention of the nation. The courtroom is filled with tension and anticipation as the victims' families, survivors, and the public seek closure and justice. The prosecution presents a compelling case, meticulously presenting evidence and testimonies that paint a chilling picture of Sutcliffe's crimes. Throughout the trial, the true extent of Sutcliffe's depravity is revealed. His chilling confessions and lack of remorse send shockwaves through the courtroom. The stories of his victims, their lives tragically cut short, are given a voice as their families bravely share their pain and grief. The defense, in an attempt to save Sutcliffe from the harshest punishment, argues insanity. The courtroom becomes a battleground of legal arguments and expert testimonies, with the jury tasked with deciding the fate of the Yorkshire Ripper. The public watches with bated breath as the trial unfolds, eager for justice to be served. Finally, the verdict is delivered. Peter Sutcliffe is found guilty of multiple counts of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment. The courtroom erupts with a mix of relief, closure, and sorrow. The community can finally breathe a collective sigh of relief, knowing that the Yorkshire Ripper will never walk free again. The capture and trial of the Yorkshire Ripper bring a sense of closure to the community that endured years of fear and uncertainty. It is a testament to the tireless efforts of law enforcement, the resilience of the victims' families, and the strength of the justice system. Though the scars remain, the capture and conviction of Peter Sutcliffe serve as a reminder that evil will not go unpunished.